Pleasant good morning to one and all. I'm here at St. Mary's Church in Bridgetown once again, doing another video looking towards the old town hall building and the Courts Appliance store. St. Mary's Anglican Church here in Bridgetown. In the churchyard of St. Mary's Church. I will start with the grave here. In this graveyard, you will come across the grave of many prominent Barbadians. The first one here, Ernest Dayton Motley, who was the grandfather of our Prime Minister, Mia Motley. This is her grandfather and grandmother. Ernest Dayton Motley was known as the City Father. He used to give poor people clothes in Bridgetown in the park. And he was the mayor of Bridgetown. He was a member of the Bridgetown City Council from 1959 until its abolition in 1967. 6 times mayor in the city of Bridgetown. Senior member of St. Michael Vestry from 1941 until its abolition in 1959. Member of St. Mary's Church Council. The old town hall building here, our Courts Appliance and Furniture store over here. So St. Mary's is in the city of Bridgetown, our country's capital. The grave of Caroline Barrow, the wife of our first Prime Minister, father of independence, and national hero, the Right Excellent Era Walton Barrow, and their daughter Leslie Barrow, who is Era Barrow and Caroline Barrow's daughter. Era Barrow is not buried here because he was buried in the Caribbean Sea. His ashes were scattered over the Caribbean Sea. So this is Bridgetown here, our country's capital. And this is Courts Appliance and Furniture store over here. So this is Jubilee Gardens over here where the old Lord Green bus stand used to be. This is where the buses used to park years ago. The Barclay family vault here. So our bus stand was here for many years until it vacated this spot. In May 2003, the bus stand left this location and went further down town. So this is the Courts Appliance store over here. This is the Center Mall over here. So we are in the heart of Bridgetown. In loving memory of Ibeen Adolph Jordan. So St. Mary's Church dates back to 1827. It is the oldest consecrated piece of land in Barbados. The grave of Damien Gerard, Andrea Gerard Allen. And the grave of one of our national heroes, Samuel Jackman Prescott, who is laid to rest here as well. Samuel Jackman Prescott is buried here in St. Mary's Churchyard. He died on the 26th of September 1871, Anno Domini. So this is Bridgetown. So this is all Bridgetown. You can see where the old town hall building was. Where the old town hall was. The Barbados Tourism Investment Inc. is now in here. So the old bus stand here by Court. Vendors now play their trade in there on a daily basis. Vendors play their trade there on a daily basis. the grave of the Reverend Walter Henry Fairweather, who was the priest at St. Luke's from 1957 to 1969. St. Luke's Church is in the middle of Canefield, up in the countryside in St. George. He was the priest there. And then he went to St. Lucie from 1972, from 1969 to 72. No, then he died in 72. So this is St. Mary's Anglican Church. So our Prime Minister, Mia Morley, and her family is well affiliated with this church. The baptismal font here. I'm inside the church now. Erected in thanksgiving to Almighty God in commemoration of the 125th anniversary of the ban of the Royal Barbados Police Force from 1889 to 2014, and in recognition of the long affiliation with the Church of St. Mary, officially unveiled by Sir Excellency Sir Elliot Belgrave, who was the Governor General of Barbados, on the 19th of October 2014. The organ was dedicated in November, the 23rd of November 1993, to the glory of God, to the glory of Almighty God, in memory of Fitz Bentley Callender, organist of St. Mary's Church from 1951 to 1993. So this is an Anglican church. You see the lovely pipe organ upstairs in the back. The choir sits up here, and the priest sits up here. This is the old organ chamber. The organ used to be here. When Bentley Callender was the organist here at St. Mary's, the organ used to be here, a lovely pipe organ. But since he died, and they replaced the organ, they took down the original organ and sold it to St. Luke's Church in St. George. And then they replaced it with a modern Rogers electronic pipe organ. This is the new organ console here. The new Rogers organ. The current organist is a Connie Drakes. Before him was Victor Pilgrim. And before Victor Pilgrim was John Burnett. And you know the well-known Bentley Callender. So this is a very historic church. You see the statue of Jesus on the cross and the Virgin Mary